as of May 2026, you may have been seeing a dramatic decline in your YouTube views as a YouTube creator. This specifically started on May the 5th, Tuesday, May the 5th, for most creators. And I have seen a 30% down views on all my content throughout a few channels. I have 3 channels in all. And this is with every video. This is not with one particular channel or video. And it's with old content and new content. So we're talking about content that I made, 5-10 years ago that would get consistent views. They're also down 30%. So as you can see here, this is one channel that I have. And what I decided to do on Wednesday is I would look at it in real time. So I'd look at the analytics. And so after, let's say, for example, I'm looking from the hours of 11 a.m. to 12 noon, they would show that my views for that hour was a healthy 788, which is average for me. But then I would check it an hour later, and then they would literally in real time cut my views. So from that 788, they cut it to 595, and then this is consistent throughout the whole channel. And as you can see here, if you look on the very far left, you can see that 2 days before, the 800 views on average around noon would stick. But those views stopped sticking, and I'm getting a 30% decline. And then if you look at the whole week, as you can see here, for the month of April and May, I would average about 15,000 views. And now, starting on Wednesday or Tuesday, May the 5th, now 6th, we're looking at only 12,000 views, which is, approximately a 30% decline, which is pretty significant. Now, the good news is that my revenue has stayed the same. So, I average around $100. As you can see here, on Tuesday, May 5th, my revenue was 96, which is about average. And I have found the other creators are reporting the same thing. So now whether they're removing views because people have, ad block on, that may be possible. There's multiple things that could be considered or the reason. But fortunately, the revenue is staying the same, which I'm fine with that. But I just hope for some reason it doesn't start taking down my revenue. And so other people are reporting the same thing. So we have here a creator, A Minute with AI. He's saying, experiencing the same here. The issue started on the 5th. Team YouTube, please help and address this. And then YouTube says, hi, view count usually slows down, freezes or adjusts because our system verifies if the numbers are real and accurate. Note, this is a normal part of our validation process, which I agree. I knew that they always would do that. That in real time, that was just an estimate of what your views should be, and then they take everything else in consideration. However, you can see here, it's more of a dipper cut, of like 30%. And this is all channels of mine with all videos. So it's kind of concerning, but fortunate thing is that the revenue is staying the same. Now, a lot of people have been complaining about AI slop and stuff, and I had recently made a how-to or a self-help video on Napoleon Hill, who's the author who wrote Think and Grow Rich, and I made a tutorial, like a video, educational video about it. I just typed in Napoleon Hill and looked at that day of how many AI slop of Napoleon Hill, who is an old author from the 1930s, and there's literally 20-30 videos in one day of AI slop where they're just making up his words and they're just making up his voice. It's not even his real voice and his real writing. And they actually have him sitting in a chair, using AI to make his face move. And some of them are getting 0 views, but some of them are getting 100,000 views. So I guess it's a hit or a miss with these AI farms. And it's definitely a concerning problem on YouTube that they definitely need to address. But let me know if this is happening on your channel, to what extent. And, put your channel name in the comment section so we can all check out your channel. All right, thanks for watching.